George, Professor Wiseman, and the man with the yellow hat had a late-night mission. There was trouble at Professors Al Einstein and Tony Pizz's Space Center, and they hoped they could help.
The space rover needs to roam Mars taking pictures and gathering rock samples. See there? But the control stick.
It works at first, but we have trouble whenever it reaches the sleeping monkey.
How? I didn't notice him go. How can we communicate with him?
There's only one way, and it's through that door.
George? George? The Mars yard is supposed to be exactly like Mars. There are no monkeys sleeping on Mars.
George knew the man was right because he'd been learning all about Mars. He'd learned things like Mars is called the Red Planet because its soil contains red iron.
Sorry. George was so excited about seeing the Mars rover launch, he couldn't sleep at all last night.
I'm afraid there's not going to be a launch if we don't solve this problem. It's stuck again. Well, but why?
Are you chewing gum?
Oh, how impolite of me. Anybody want some? Spinach and broccoli flavor? Ooh, yum.
Now, you know there's no gum chewing in Mission Control, Einstein.
Sorry, pizza.
We go through this every day since he discovered that new flavor.
Gum's allowed in here.
We must figure out what is causing the rover's controls to stick or cancel the launch.
Well, since Mars is very different than Earth, is it possible the controls wouldn't stick there? You're wondering about Martian gravity?
Mars has lower gravity than Earth does. You'd be 3 times stronger there.
If the pull of Earth's gravity is causing the sticking, it might not stick in Mars' low gravity.
That's true.
But what if it does still stick?
George wanted to help, but he was tired.
When the rover sticks, we can get it going again by giving it a good push.
If only we could send someone to Mars to push it.
Nothing puts a monkey to sleep like a lot of grown-ups talking.
Wake up, George. It's time to go.
George had slept through his whole visit.
You don't want to go?
If he doesn't want to go to Mars, we can't make him.
It's time to go to Mars, but if you don't want to go...
Ooh, ready to be the first monkey on Mars?
It's an important mission, George. If the rover sticks, your job is to give it a good push.
Yep, we're going to Mars together.
3, 2, 1, liftoff.
We're going to Mars!
takes 8.5 months to reach Mars from Earth.
But Pizza thinks he's found a shortcut.
Yep. According to my calculations, you take a sharp left at the moon.
Nice shortcut.
Mars looked just like the pictures in George's book, except now it was right outside the window.
George, get down. The rover is going to deploy.
George didn't know what deploy meant,
Lord!
and then he found out.
The rover drove away with George.
No problem. Just use the remote control to bring it back.
I can't find it.
Oops, I think I left it sitting on the rover. My mistake.
George was on an out-of-control Mars rover. He had to stop it. That sure looked like a remote control. It was the remote control. Now George was in full control, except for being lost on Mars. Maybe he could find his way using the book. There were the 2 moons of Mars. That wouldn't help him find his way back to the ship, but it sure was cool. He reached the Valles Marineris. It looked like the Grand Canyon, but much bigger than any canyon on Earth. He also found the Olympus Mons, the highest volcano in the solar system. It had a pretty nice view, too. He'd found the rocket. Now all he had to do was drive there. The rover was stuck. He had to give it a good push to get it going again. That was his mission. Einstein's broccoli spinach gum was gumming up the works. He wanted to get to the ship and tell the man with the yellow hat, except the rover wouldn't go. Luckily, he remembered he was 3 times as strong in Mars' low gravity.
George, are you okay?
You were sleeping so peacefully. Did that sound wake you up?
I blew a bubble and it popped.
Then George realized why he was dreaming about gum.
Gum in the main rover control panel.
Did Did you stick gum in there every time I told you to stop chewing?
See, I thought that one was the trash. Oops.
George, how did you figure that out?
All clean.
It works. We're ready to launch.
7 seconds and counting. 3, 2, 1. Liftoff.
George, you saved the Einstein Pizza Space Program. Thank you so much.
You know, sometimes I think the world would be better off if monkeys ran everything.
It was Marco's grandmother's birthday, and Marco was planning a big surprise dinner. He had an assistant to help out. Unfortunately, his assistant was a monkey.
Don't worry, George. It's just the masa. We have more. See, masa. You know, cornmeal. That's what I use to make Marco's famous tortillas. See, there's lots of... Uh-oh. I thought we had more.
If there was one thing George knew how to do, it was to fix things. This was the first time he'd broken food, but he knew where food came from. The store.
Masa? Oh, I am so sorry. I just sold my last bag.
But I promised my grandmother I'd make tortillas for her birthday. She was so excited. Plus, it's the only thing I know how to make.
Hang on. I think you're in luck. The delivery man is here.
Hey, it's Uncle Enrique. Uncle Enrique, it's Grandma's birthday.
Your abuela's birthday? Muy fantástico! You're going to make your famous tortillas, of course.
Of course.
Ah.
Only
Huh? Only?
we're out of masa.
Oh, no. No masa, no tortillas. But it turns out you're in luck.
You have masa on your truck?
Do I have masa? Come on, do I have masa? No, actually I don't. But I know where you get some.
Yay!
We'll have your masa en un momento. You're not going to believe this warehouse. Sí, that's where packaged food in the store comes from. Trucks like mine get food from warehouses like this and deliver it to grocery stores all over the city. Boys, prepare to be amazed.
Wow!
It's one of the biggest warehouses in the city. It has everything. If they don't have masa, nobody does.
Don't got it.
What?
Sorry.
You're telling me that in this whole entire warehouse there isn't one bag of masa? Not one?
I've had calls all week. Still waiting on a shipment. Unless... We had a pallet that came down one bag short last week. I think maybe it fell off up there.
All the way up there?
If anyone was an expert on up there, it was George.
Hey, lucky one of us is a monkey.
The warehouse manager was right. There was one bag of masa left. Marco's birthday surprise was saved.
George, you did it!
Wait, George, don't try to climb down with the bag in your hands. Just toss it. Toss it to me. Just toss it down. I'll catch it. Just toss it. I'm ready. Let her rip.
Watch out!
What?
Oh, so sorry. I was talking to...
Can't see. No. That was not good. I can't believe it. Your abuela is going to have a lousy tortilla-less birthday, and it's all my fault. Sorry to tell you this, George, but a crumpled old bag makes an awful birthday present.
George had found a picture of something that looked like a factory. Could that be a clue?
Hey, that must be where they make it.
George, you're right. And there's even an address for the mill. We're saved!
After traveling for a while, George had a funny feeling he'd been here before. When he saw the Quince house, George realized that he had been here before. A lot. There was their country house. And there was the mill.
Here we are.
Grains like corn and wheat come into the mill and are cleaned and inspected. Then the grains are put in this grinder, where they're ground and come out as flour or cornmeal.
Nice.
It's then put in this giant sifter to remove husks or hulls, which are the parts of the grain we don't eat.
That is so cool.
And then finally, it's put in bags and is ready to be shipped to the warehouse.
Wow.
Any questions?
Yes. Could we have one bag of masa, please?
Oh, I'm so sorry. We don't have any masa. This is all flour.
Oh, what?
I'm sorry. Since there's been very little rain, the drought delayed the corn harvest. No corn, no masa.
Where does your corn come from?
We get ours from local farmers.
George knew a farmer who just might have some corn.
Look at my new water tank, George. It stores rainwater for my crops.
What? What is it?
George pointed the way to Rankin's farm.
This is wonderful!
It's true the drought delayed the harvest, but thanks to my water tank, we had just enough to get through. I've been harvesting all day.
I'm almost afraid to ask, but you say you've been harvesting all day.
Yes?
So my question is, do you have corn now?
Yes. You must really like corn.
Not only did Mr. Rankins have fresh corn, but he also had dried corn that could be ground into masa right away.
Come on, boys. We must see that the corn gets through to Marco's abuela. The Tortilla Express is on the way.
All right! Woohoo!
So they took the corn to the mill, where it was ground into masa and put in bags.
Come on, boys.
Then they took the bags to the warehouse, where they were packaged for the stores.
Ah, look at that.
And to the store, where they filled the shelves for customers.
Here you go. Gracias.
And finally, to Marco's house. George was surprised. He always knew that Mr. Rankins grew corn, but he didn't realize that the food in the store and in people's homes came from farmers like his friend Mr. Rankins.
She's here!
Until that day, George hadn't really thought about how important farmers were to so many people.
Surprise!
¡Ay, qué bueno! ¡Delicioso, mi amor!
Marco's grandmother loved Marco's special tortillas.
This is amazing. What a tortilla.
But one person loved them most of all.
I could eat a whole stack. Are there more?
Nice!